What's going on, everyone, and welcome to episode 6 of Pass the Joystick. And this week we have a lot of stuff that happened, especially with my all-time favorite game, because we had the Resident Evil showcase that just happened and they revealed so much, which I'm excited to talk about this week. But welcome to episode 6, and we're gonna start it how we usually started. So Nick, what's been going on? How's your week been? What have you been playing?
Busy week. Games, it's been a little bit of here and there. A little light. I want to say played maybe 2 days of Battlefront. Then I did a few hours of Immortals, and I did like a few matches of Smite.
Okay.
But most of my gaming is going to be this weekend, so I just want to hop back on Battlefront, which has been surprisingly super fun.
Amazing.
Super fun.
It's been really fun, yeah. I've been playing pretty much the same. It's Battlefront, which we found, and to just kind of change the pace.
Yeah.
Because
a lot different.
It is very different from your usual like shooters and all that stuff. You have the choice of doing a first person or third person, which is amazing, and then of course the character classes that you got, and then the heroes versus villains. So like that is
they're so fun,
amazing.
Bro. They're so fun.
It is so good, and they did such a good job with that. And you know, not to take away the credit, because when the game first came out was just horrendous. Like I could not play it. I was just not a fan.
I think anybody even wanted to play it.
Yeah, I was not a fan at all of Star Wars Battlefront. But they fixed a lot of stuff, and we give it another chance now. And man, it's been amazing. It's been a really good time. But I've been playing a lot of Star Wars Battlefront, Immortals that I'm also playing too. It's been pretty fun.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie, even though it's Ubisoft, but it's been a good time. And we actually just picked up on Game Pass. We downloaded Remnant from the Ashes.
Yes.
And that game, man, let me tell you, that game is incredible.
It's a very interesting game.
It is so good. It's pretty much, think about Gears of War and Dark Souls having a baby, and that's the game that you get. Because it's pretty much a Dark Souls-esque type of game, but you have guns. And the movement and everything is very similar to Gears of War, but it's more of a Dark Souls feel. So it's
very
so
gritty.
Fun. Yeah, exactly.
Very gritty.
It is a very dark and gritty game, and the storyline is pretty cool. The bosses are amazing, and depending on what class you're playing, the map kind of changes also, which is really fun. So depending on because there's 3 different classes. There's an ex-cultist, which is kind of like the healer of the team.
Okay.
There's the hunter, which is kind of like a sniper, and then I forgot the name of the last one, but he's pretty much a tank. And yeah, it's been a really fun experience playing the Remnant from the Ashes. It's been really fun. It's one of those hidden gems in Game Pass, so if you haven't tried it, definitely that's a game that I would recommend, and it's been really fun. But that's pretty much it. Of course, I've been playing my regulars on my Nintendo Switch, like Animal Crossing, and looking into what else can I play on the PlayStation, because it's just now sitting there.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
After I beat my 2 games, I'm probably gonna get Demon's Souls after I finish a few other games on the Xbox.
Yeah.
But that's it, pretty much. I'm not really looking forward to it.
I don't think there's anything really coming for it right now.
Right, exactly.
It's kind of light.
The only thing that I can pick up, like, you know, play a game here and there is Fall Guys, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
There's really nothing driving me in there. But that's it. There's really not much, but we did have a good week for announcements. We did have a really great week when it comes to, let's talk about Apex Legends.
Yes,
Apex Legends.
It's been a bit.
Yeah, exactly. It definitely has been a bit. Apex Legends did a great announcement for Season 8, which is coming in February 2nd. So it's very soon, in a few weeks, and they actually announced a new character. His name is Fuse, and he seems like he's gonna be a very forward attack character from what they showed, because they haven't shown much about the character itself. So what are your thoughts? How are you feeling about Season 8 of Apex? I know we were very light on Season 7, like super light. We barely played.
Yeah.
But how are you feeling about Season 8?
They blew up Kings Canyon again.
Yeah, okay.
So you know it is what it is. Second time, it is. Both seasons.
That's how it's gonna continue happening.
7, 8, and then 9.
It is whatever.
9's probably gonna be a crater.
Yeah, but pretty much.
Oh wait, yeah, they blew up Kings Canyon, then it went to the sky.
Yeah.
So are we going back to Kings Canyon? I just realized that.
So from what they showed, I mean, there's really not much, because from what they showed, obviously, Skulltown was not there. And they blew up the side where they brought back, what was it, Mirage's Voyage.
Okay.
They blew that side off. So I don't know. To be honest with you, at this
Yeah,
point, I don't know what they're doing.
I think
with Kings
it's going to
Canyon.
be a rotational thing again, where they do Kings Canyon again,
Right.
and they do it for 2 weeks or a week.
Maybe they do like a few cosmetic changes on the map and everything, and that's pretty much it. But who knows?
Whatever. I'm not against it. I just feel
right,
like
right.
that new map is kind of like a fresh take on the game. You know,
Mhm.
like keep it that way.
I mean,
for a
we
bit.
got what was it, Horizon? Is that the map?
Yeah, well, the character's name was Horizon.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember what the
I don't
map's name was.
remember the name,
Yeah,
but-
I've completely forgot. About the map name.
That map was pretty new.
Yeah.
But in reality, it was not my favorite.
Yeah.
You know, it's not. It's not like when World's Edge came out. World's Edge was just amazing.
Yeah,
when
like
it first came out.
game changer.
Like I was just in there all the time.
Every
but
day.
I don't know. This map didn't really get to me just because I feel like it was really open, really big, and then the looting positions weren't really great. So if somebody was gonna drop into the map, I feel like everybody would drop into certain sections. There's really nothing to spread the whole thing out.
Mm-hmm.
Like Kings Canyon, for example. Kings Canyon has so many drop points, and it's a very condensed map that has a lot of stuff to do around. And then you can meet the teams and everything as you go through the map. But I don't know. For me, it didn't feel very well put together with the new map.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel that way about Kings. I mean, not Kings Canyon, World's
Edge.
World's Edge, yeah.
Mhm.
Feel like Kings Canyon, World's Edge both had a lot on both maps,
Yeah.
personally, because
Yeah.
anytime I've played with people, they all have like specific jobs. Like us, we've always had 2 or 3 specific job locations.
Right.
And then I play with my roommate, or I play with like friends from work, and they would have their own places that they would drop, and none of them are alike. So that's pretty interesting.
Exactly. It's different.
I'm hoping that there is some balance changes that kind of spice up a little bit of the gameplay a little
Yeah.
bit. Like kind of how they were adding stuff to different characters. Like it wouldn't hurt, I feel like. But it depends
No,
on what
right.
they do. It all depends. Or let's hope this new character, whatever he does, whatever we end up seeing that he does, adds some extra stuff to the game as well. Because I like the idea of change, which is why I play
Of
Smite
course.
so much.
Right, because they constantly
Yeah, because
change
it's
it.
changed like every 2 weeks to a month.
Yeah,
So it's like,
they continue changing.
refreshing. So
And that's the thing. It's about developers actually caring about their game, so putting the effort into the game, and then just continuing with the changes and putting balances and changing the characters and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Which is good because it keeps it fresh for everybody and it makes it enjoyable. Because let's say, for example, you're playing a character that you feel like it's way too strong. It feels like it's ruining the games. Developers take note into that and then they do changes.
Yeah.
So I mean, you've seen that plenty on Smite.
yes,
So-
or they'll be like hotfix and fix the character the same day, and you're
right,
like,
yeah.
what the hell?
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
that's
it's,
rare, but
which is really good because that shows you that the actual company really does care. So we'll see what happens with Apex Season 8 because there's a lot of stuff that could happen.
yeah, new character, named Fuse, new gun.
Yeah, there's a new
So-
gun also, the 3030 repeater, which is a action rifle. That might change also the game because guns can be. I mean, we can take back on when the Vault came out. The Vault.
Ah,
My goodness, that
I think it was still the best gun in the game. I don't know. If anymore.
I feel like it is, to be honest with you. I feel like it's a very well balanced gun that
Yeah.
really it's very powerful, and I feel like it has a good take on it.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, you have your R99.
That's what I was gonna
which
say.
is-
You run down the R99 and you'll
Right.
probably kill everybody.
the R99, which is a really good gun, but with the new 3030 repeater, I feel like it's gonna give you a good change because now you're getting the distance because with the rifle and everything, you're getting distance. So you're thinking about your, let's say, like your longbow, your triple take, your sentinel. These guns that can shred from long distance, maybe the 3030 repeater can balance that out.
Yeah,
So you never know. I mean,
kind of like a mid-range gun.
yeah, because in reality, there's a lot of people that probably don't even pick up snipers because they don't like it, or don't pick up any long range weapons because they don't like any of that. Because Apex, we get it; it's a really fast paced game. Do we wanna continue doing that in the new season with the new character, or is it gonna be more, wait and see what happens?
Yeah.
But
We'll see. I guess
We
see.
will see.
We got time.
Yeah.
Again, it's very late on like game releases currently, so it's a lot of the same stuff that we see every day.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that could happen. I mean, but February 2nd, we're getting Apex Season 8. So wait and see, and then let us know what you guys think. We'll be talking about it a little bit more when we play it and we try it out. There's not a lot to say right now because they haven't shown much about the character, but as it stands now, it's looking to be a really good season.
Yeah.
So
You know
we'll
what's
see.
funny about that? Now that you mentioned it, it just hit me. Season 8 of Apex, and how long has the game been out?
I don't know. To be honest with you, I started playing in season 3, so I have no idea.
Yeah, it kind of feels like 2 years, 2 or 3 years, and maybe 3 years. And then Smite's on season 8 as of next Tuesday, and it's been 8 years.
It's been out forever.
It's crazy, absolutely crazy.
And they're going into season 8.
Yeah,
but they do it. What is it? Yearly, right?
Yeah, they do every year.
Yeah, so they do it every year versus Apex. They do it every 3 months, if I'm not mistaken. So,
which is.
Yeah, so I don't know.
It's the Call of Duty way.
Yeah, because technically it's by season or battle pass. Yeah, by battle pass. Every battle pass technically is a new season. So whatever.
Yeah. Which is the interesting way.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that could go on with the new season, but we'll see. Anyways,
I'm excited.
February 2nd, Apex season 8. I forgot the name of it, but I'll look it up and I'll put it down.
Mayhem. Mayhem.
Mayhem. All right, so I'll believe you. But I'll put it down in the description so you guys can check out the trailer. It's looking really nice. And then the reveal trailer for the character, and then the trailer for the actual season. We'll put it out so you guys can see all that.
It's a lot of videos.
But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. But on to the next one is my favorite game of all time. We got the Resident Evil Showcase. And in Resident Evil Showcase, they showed a lot of Resident Evil 8 Village. So man, oh my goodness. Let me just start with you because I have a lot to say.
Yeah.
What do you think? What how are you feeling after you saw the Resident Evil Showcase? I know you're not a fan. Keep in mind, you're not a big fan of horror games.
I don't play many horror games. The last horror game that I played through its entirety was Dead Space 3.
Okay, and that was a long time.
Yeah,
ago?
That was. I mean, and I started. Yeah, it was a long time ago. I started Dead Space 2 again recently.
Okay,
and it looks fantastic, by the way.
Yeah.
Holds up very well. But the last game I watched, I guess, was Resident Evil 7. I watched an entire playthrough of Resident Evil 7.
I know that you watch them, yeah.
Yeah, that was the last thing I did. That was cool. I like that a lot. This looks interesting, and I feel like I have more questions than anything.
Oh, yeah.
Which I feel like is a good thing.
It is a good thing.
I really feel that way.
Yeah, in my opinion, I feel like it definitely is a good thing.
It's. I feel like a lot of the games that you watch the trailer, you're kind of like, okay, I saw the trailer. I don't have any questions.
Right.
But now I saw the trailer, and I was the gameplay trailer, and then it was just like a general trailer. And I was like, okay, well, there's a lot of stuff that's mostly very ominous, mostly very question-based. What the hell is going on? So we're going to see. I mean, what, May?
Yeah, so we did get a release date for Resident Evil 8. It's in May 7th. And it's very soon, technically, because I was actually expecting the game to be till the end of the year. So I was like, I was hoping like maybe October and everything. But no.
3 months actually change.
They actually just said, hey, we're going to release it on May 7th. Oh my goodness. That was like the best news of the whole thing. But then we started off the showcase with a trailer, just a general trailer, and it showed a lot. It showed the big lady. I'm assuming she's a vampire. I really don't know what this family is about, but she's talking on the phone, and she's talking to another lady on the phone, revealing a lot of stuff that could happen. You know, you escape from her brother, which we don't know who it is. So there's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, there's literally a lot of. It's like the way the trailer is made is like you already know. You're supposed to know what's already happening.
Oh yeah.
So you're kind of just like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah. So like Nick said already, it's one of those things that we watched the trailer, we watched the gameplay, and now we're left with more questions.
Yeah, like I feel like I went in and I watched it and I came out with the same amount of not knowing anything, but I saw more.
But it's so like, and that's my favorite part about trailers that reveal nothing.
Literally nothing.
Because you're getting hyped for the game, but then in reality you're like, damn, what is really going on here?
Like, we don't know the name of the 3 people that they showed us.
We don't know the name of the sisters.
It's a lady, lady and sisters.
The big lady. We saw the merchant on the gameplay trailer, which is amazing. His name is the Duke.
That's the only name we got.
Yeah, that is the only name that we got. Obviously, Ethan, you're playing as Ethan Winters. You saw Chris Redfield on the general trailer, and he's holding a baby. Whose baby is it? You know, there's so much happening.
The baby could be a werewolf.
The baby could be, for all we know, he's a werewolf. For all we know, he's the cure to whatever's happening. Yeah. Like, we don't know. For all we know, that might be Ethan's son. Like, what if Mia,
that could be Ethan.
What if Mia and Ethan had a baby, and
wow,
that's so much going on. Like, we don't know.
Or just super out there theory. You start the game and the whole what you thought was Resident Evil Village was like a prologue, and then the rest of the game is something different.
Oh my goodness, man!
Like you play as the child for the rest of the game.
There's just so much that could happen.
Yeah, no.
Man, Resident Evil 8.
Very crazy.
So, in the trailer, pretty much they showed so much that could be happening and everything. So you see these three ladies, which they're revealed to be the sisters or of the big lady or the daughters. I don't even know.
I think it's the big old lady.
So they are filled with bugs, so it reminds you of Marguerite from Resident Evil 7, which, you know, she can control the bugs, but these ladies look like vampires because they have blood all over and everything. They're really pale too. So, I mean, again, so many questions.
And they can like turn into like bugs too.
Yeah, so
like, which is crazy.
It's pretty crazy on how they actually show it off and whatnot. So you are in this big mansion or actually castle or whatever it is. You go into the house, and then you're going through the different stages trying to whatever your mission is, because we don't know what it is. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's happening. We don't know what Chris's role is yet.
Yeah, we're just kind of chilling.
Yeah, we just saw him holding a baby and looking into Ethan's eyes. So I don't know.
I mean, the cover art was like half his face and half a werewolf.
Yeah.
So I was like,
that just makes you assume that Chris is gonna be a werewolf,
which would be nuts.
So, yeah.
Like, why would you show that?
Right. So, like, why is he a werewolf? Like, what is going on with werewolves? We don't. So, you know, we have vampires and werewolves. That's pretty much how it's all I see.
I am excited about that because personally, I feel like that's more exciting than zombies.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree. I mean, it's one of those things that it could become like a BOW type situation, like in Resident Evil 5, where we see different bioweapons, and that's pretty much what's happening in that one.
In that area?
Or think about Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4 weren't technically zombies. Again, it was bioweapons that were being injected into these types in a village. So now we're back in a village, and it's very Resident Evil 4-ish. So now the question is, are we gonna see Leon Scott Kennedy in Resident Evil 8?
That'd be.
So, man, there is so much.
That'd be something, yeah. We're super hypothesis time.
Yeah. No, it's one of those that, I mean, what are your thoughts? What are you thinking about Resident Evil 8? Put it down in the comments and let us know, because there's so much that could happen. And I am very glad that they released the trailer the way that they did, because now we have a lot of questions. So when we get into the game, it's gonna be like expectations are gonna be blown.
Yeah, I would like to play it, but we'll see. We'll see when May comes.
I mean, you guys watch me play it, so it's
that too. Yeah, I'll probably do that.
But for Resident Evil 8, also on the PlayStation 5, if you own one, they released an exclusive demo. It's called The Maiden, and it is a visual demo, meaning that you don't get to actually do combat in the game, but you do get to see the whole scenery of the game. You get to do the feel and the audio of the game. You do encounter enemies in the demo, keep that in mind. You just cannot fight back, so you cannot block, you don't have weapons. So the whole objective of the demo is to escape. So you have to escape from the mansion that you're in, and you're playing as the Maiden. We don't know who the Maiden is. It might tie into the game, it might give you some clues about what the game holds. So on the PlayStation 5 exclusive demo out today, so go ahead and download it and play it out, see what you guys think, let us know, because I will be playing it pretty much probably after we're done here.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Because
that's gonna be interesting.
It's gonna be really, really interesting, and I'm very excited to go through that. But just because it's on the PlayStation 5, they did say that later on they are gonna release a full demo for all consoles. So it's not gonna be the Maiden demo. It's gonna be a full console, a full demo that you're gonna be playing as Ethan, I'm assuming. So we'll see what happens. They did say early spring. So when spring comes around, they will have a demo release for all consoles. And mentioning all consoles, they did say that it is going to be releasing in every platform. Yeah. So it is going to be releasing on the Xbox One, Xbox Series, the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 5, and on PC through Steam. So what are you thinking about that? I mean, I know you had some comments releasing on every console, because when they did announce it first, they did say next gen consoles, but now they opened it to everybody. So
I mean, I guess I'm biased because I own a new console, but like, even if I didn't own a new console, I'd be like, you know what, that would be a game the way forward. Because I feel like
I agree.
I don't know if it's happening, but I feel like it's too early to be making like these new games for the new consoles, and then be like, oh wait, we're gonna adapt it and then just scale it back for the old ones. Like,
But one of those things, I mean, I don't have too many concerns because I know they do a great job. Capcom always does a really good job.
And I mean, RE engine on Devil May Cry 5 was mind blowing,
phenomenal.
Yeah,
like
so
it was just incredible.
I'm hoping it's around the same realm.
My thing is, are we gonna get issues like we got with Cyberpunk? I don't think so because the game is not as big of a scale as Cyberpunk. Yeah. Of course, we know that, but now scaling it down to the previous or current gen consoles, is it really gonna affect your gameplay, affect your graphics, any of that? So those are the issues that I'm kind of thinking about.
Yeah. I don't know. I like to be like optimistic. I'm hoping not because once again, I want for everyone that's gonna play it, not just like the people with new consoles, but for all consoles, I'm hoping that it performs well across the board. That's it. From the way they're talking about it, I assume it's gonna. Because why would they say that?
Yeah, why would they even think about it if they're not sure that the game is gonna?
And I'm pretty sure all devs, all companies that are making any games, currently speaking, or have been working on games for a while and have gone through the December panic of Cyberpunk to hear and to see it. So for them to be like, hey. Like we're making it for the console. You think they would have?
Do we want that issue happening? Yeah, exactly. Because now it's sad to say CD Projekt Red took the hit on that one to actually have the other developers now think about like, hey, should we do this? Should we not do this? Should we wait?
Kind of sucks that it was like my most anticipated game of the year. That's my.
It is. I mean, I still enjoyed the game. I still really, really enjoyed the game.
Yeah, but super fun.
It is sad to see the backlash that it's getting.
Yeah.
But.
It is what it is.
Resident Evil 8, it's gonna be out on May 7th. Check it out. Check out the demo. Wait for the next demo for all consoles. I will be playing pretty much every demo that comes out. And last thing to mention is that a collector's edition was announced. So in the collector's edition, you do get Chris Redfield as a statue. And oh my! And
if y'all have seen previous episodes, we've put Leon on this table a few times.
Yeah.
It's gonna look just like that.
Yeah, it's gonna look just like that, and we're gonna get Chris. So Resident Evil
by side
2 remake got the collector's edition. You got Leon Scott Kennedy. You got the Resident Evil 3 collector's edition that got Claire Redfield. You got the Resident Evil 7 collector's edition when it came out. That was the house of Resident Evil 7. That was incredible. It's a music box, and that was just beautiful. Yeah. But
a little scary, but
I'm very excited to see how the Chris statue looks. I know they do always have amazing detail on their statues, so I'm excited. Check it out. It is available for pre-order now, so check it out. Pre-order it online or go to the store. Even though the stores weren't taking pre-orders on the date of release for certain.
By the time you see this, you might have gotten a pre-order.
So by the time that you're watching this, you might got the pre-order, or if not, go out and check out the pre-orders. I know I will be doing my pre-order soon, so check it out. Let us know in the comments if you got it or not. Because if I didn't get it, I will be trying to buy one from somebody. So we'll see what happens.
You better believe it.
Yeah, right. But lastly, one of the big topics that have been going on, and it's with Nintendo. And Nintendo has been a big topic in the past few weeks, actually, because they have been releasing so many amazing games, so many good platformers, so many good, first-party titles. So now we have the question is, they have released so many consoles since the Nintendo Switch came out first generation. They released an upgraded version with less problems. They released the Nintendo Switch Lite, which was a smaller version that is only portable. It's not being able to play on the TV. So the question still, comes up: are we gonna get a Nintendo Switch Pro in 2021?
Please.
What are your thoughts on Nintendo Switch Pro? I know there's a lot of rumors out there. So, what are you thinking of the Nintendo Switch?
Please release it.
Yeah,
please.
I think it's needed.
Yeah, I think it would be so freaking awesome, man. Yeah. It would be so there's so much that they could do, obviously, and they're very innovative with what they've been doing, especially with the whole release of the Switch and then making the Switch Lite. So I could imagine that if they were to go that route, they would have something in their sleeves that they would definitely take advantage of that, and it would be awesome. And everybody would buy it again, because that's always how it is. You drop a new Switch, even if it's the Lite, people still buy it.
Yeah.
And then also just giving people the fact that someone that wants to be a Nintendo, I want to say main, but like let's say that's like their favorite company of consoles. Like
Yeah.
that's what they buy all the time.
Right.
They have the Wii U, they have the Wii, they have every version of the Switch. They have the again Wii U and all that other stuff. GameCube. They've gone that entire route. Hey, I want to do 4K visuals for whatever reason, and then they decide to put that on the Switch. Yeah. That would be amazing.
That would be incredible.
Granted, it would probably be a different situation than what they have now with the dock, because I don't know how that would happen. I don't know how you would be able to do 4K visuals on the screen. Yeah, it just wouldn't.
Do a pass through. I don't think it'll be possible. But I mean, it is Nintendo.
Yeah, they would find a way, but it would be. It would not be a dock, in my opinion. I think it's gonna be. Kind of like a station, and then you kind of like just plug it into the station. Yeah. And it would be kind of like a heavy duty system.
Right. That's and that'll be kind of like the pass through and everything on it. So it'll be much easier that way. I agree. So I mean, the thing that I'm considering is if they can do upgrade on handheld to 1080p with better frames and everything on handheld mode. And then once you put it in your station, it'll upgrade everything to 4K, or everything will
like 1440 even. I'm cool with that.
Right. So it'll be much better for like resolution, graphics, and everything. And then the television can actually pick that up through the station, like you said. That would be just incredible. Like, just imagine the possibilities.
Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, Breath
Immortals.
of the Wild. Oh my goodness! All these games that can actually run on actual better frames. So like, you get big games like Smite, for example.
Yes.
Like Apex Legends that will be releasing on the Nintendo Switch. All these games that need that extra push on the Nintendo Switch. I feel like it would work so much better.
Which is crazy, because all of my I want to say 80% of my experience with my Switch is handheld. I've done I've done a little, somewhat. I want to say 2-3 hours of Super Mario Sunshine on handheld. I've done a lot of Smite on handheld. I did a Dragon Ball card game, and then I did there was another game, Astral Chain. I did Astral Chain, all handheld. All of these games were handheld. The only time that changed was when I got like later into Astral Chain, and I wanted to do it on my television, and I realized that it obviously looks better because it's 1080 and stuff like that. But the only game that I like visually realized that stood the same from handheld to TV was Smite, which was 60 frames both ways,
which is kind of crazy,
which is nuts. But there's a huge visual issue that happens when you're doing that, where the game gets like really dark for a second, and it just completely throws you off. You could like lose matches because of that.
And it could be and that could be an issue, because it could actually, depending on the match you're doing. Let's say, for example, we had an experience with Conquest, and you know that, because in the Conquest, when we were playing with you on the Nintendo Switch, you disconnected a few times.
It kept kicking me and saying that the Switch was not recognizing the game.
So I mean, that could come back to the issues of the actual mode being too big, or requiring more of the actual console to actually put out what is required to support the mode, or the visuals, or the frames, or whatever it is.
Which sucks, because let's say you're not us, and you're a person who got a Switch Lite, or the standard Switch as a gift, and you saw this game in your Nintendo eStore, and you're like, this looks cool and it's free, and you start playing and you become a fan. Next thing you know, you're trying to play this freaking mode that's the main mode of the game, and you can't play it for some reason.
You keep getting kicked and everything, so it is kind of sad.
Got kicked 3 times in one night.
Yeah, so it's crazy, because the Nintendo Switch, in my opinion, is actually one of the best consoles that has ever come out. It's one of the most innovative consoles, and it changed the whole game for Nintendo, meaning that they don't have to release 2 consoles in 1 year. They don't have to release a handheld console and a home console. They did that all in one. So, like, it's just...
And everybody's buying.
Crazy.
Everybody's buying.
Yeah, like, the Nintendo Switch has been the best-selling console since it came out. I think it is. So, even with the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X and S coming out, the Nintendo Switch still stood above that, even not being in stock, which was crazy.
Even when you can't buy the Switch, it's still
the best selling.
It's still the best selling, which is unbelievable to me.
So I don't know. I feel that the Nintendo Switch Pro needs to happen. Nintendo really needs to come out with something like that to actually support bigger games.
Yes, and like be more. What's the word for it? Scope, like envision their scope more.
Yeah. So like
bigger games.
Be more up to date with what the new consoles can do, because I feel like even though the Nintendo Switch is the most innovative console, including comparing it to like the Xbox Series or the PlayStation 5, I feel like the Nintendo Switch still is more innovative because of all the stuff that it can do. It just cannot stand the support for the newer games. So like if I want to release a newer game for the Series and the PlayStation 5, and I'm considering also releasing it for the Nintendo Switch, I also got to think about, is it going to support it?
Yeah, exactly.
Or do I have to downscale my game? so it's not fully compatible for the new series or the PlayStation 5, but it's still compatible with the Nintendo Switch.
Correct. Like
that's where the
Witcher
is. Right, yeah, like the Witcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's where the problem stands, in my opinion. We need Nintendo to come out with something stronger to stand toe-to-toe with the other ones. Even, of course, it's not going to be as powerful as the other two.
Yeah.
We know that.
I don't think it needs to be as powerful.
Exactly.
I think what I'm hoping, and I think what everyone's hoping, when you're probably thinking, is like for them to just make it more powerful so that devs, creators, have more room. Because the biggest issue that I have, and when you were saying it just struck me, and I was like, wow, I completely forgot about this game, Ultimate Alliance.
Oh yeah,
and I was addicted to this game.
Ultimate Alliance, holy crap! You're right about that. I completely forgot about that.
But when you play handheld, it's like 10 frames a second.
God.
It is the most abysmal game I've played ever.
It is terrible. There's so much on the screen happening at the same time.
I feel like I was gonna cry. I was purposely going out of my way. I have clips. I'll probably send them to you. I was purposely going out of my way to try to crash the Switch. I was playing with the 4 characters who like had the most on the screen at the same time, who could do the most, and I was trying to do a mission that had the most people on the screen, and the game was like stuttering. Like
like you start a freaking move with a character, and then the whole game is like, oh, okay, now what?
It's like
just going, and then you try to do another move with somebody else, and it's like, what is going on?
And the frame rate, if there was a ticker, it would just be going down.
Yeah, no, it is. Oh my god, Ultimate Alliance was probably the worst in frames in that game that I've seen.
It is one of the most enjoyable games I've played on my Switch.
It is.
But that is a prime example of a Switch Pro game. Like if you had a Switch Pro and you throw it on there, you know,
I
because of
think
course
it'll
it'd be backwards.
Beautiful.
It'd be amazing if you could do everything like that and keep it at 60 FPS. I would be genuinely happy, and I would play it again. But I stopped playing because of that issue.
Yeah, right.
I can't do endgame.
So I did
my Switch isn't working.
I did one run through Ultimate Alliance, and then after that I couldn't do it again because of all the issues that I had with frames and everything. But again, like you just said, if a Pro comes out, I would definitely run through that again, no problem.
Because that game's it's fantastic, and
it is.
Like when I purchased it, I was so surprised on the amount of stuff in the game. Granted, I bought the game a year later, but the amount of stuff you can do.
Thinking about, in my opinion, that it's only for the Switch.
That too. Yeah, it's not even on Xbox or PlayStation.
Yeah. So I mean, if you guys ever played the Ultimate Alliance before, I mean, that was in multi-consoles and everything, so it was across gen. But this one is only on the Nintendo Switch, and if you've played it, you kind of understand what we're talking about. If you don't, there's probably videos out there. Look it up because, man, it's
really
tough.
Painful.
It is tough.
It's painful to watch. Like
playing it on handheld it's really, really hard. It's one of those things that I mainly played it on TV mode because of that. I mean, even on TV mode, you kind of got it, but man, handheld, it was almost impossible.
Yeah. I mean, even on TV, you're right. It'll stutter occasionally on TV, which for me, even when I was, again, going out of my way to try to break the game, it was working fine, but there was still frame drops. Yeah, but handheld
handheld, it was just abysmal, like you said.
That's the word of the night, abysmal. It was like 10 frames, 5 frames, whatever it was.
Terrible.
Even like the picture quality of characters was like 480p.
Yeah, man. Even when you try to load that character up, bro, it was terrible.
What a good time.
But we'll see. I mean, Nintendo Switch Pro, we're hoping 2021 is the year that we actually get it. We will see. We got E3 coming up in June. Hopefully it happens this year, like it doesn't get canceled like last year. We at least get it like digital, like we got the Game Awards. But we'll see.
That'd be cool. Yeah. Drop some Metroid announcement.
Yeah, I mean, Nintendo can do so much. I mean, a Metroid announcement with a Nintendo Switch Pro.
What would you want with the Switch Pro?
I mean, to be honest with you, for me, it would be the higher frame support, so it's supporting at least better quality and better frames. Okay. That would be the main idea.
Bigger battery?
Battery life would be a big thing because, I mean, to be honest with you, I usually never have an issue unless I'm actually traveling. Yeah. That's where I actually get the issue of the battery life. But I do see a lot of issues with battery because, I mean, it's 3 hours?
It's 3 hours on the standard model, and if you bought the one that came out this year, it's supposed to be between like 8 and 9.
A little bit more, yeah.
Which is like...
Which I have the first gen model of like day one of the Nintendo Switch when it first came out. And, I mean, I still have not many issues. But a bigger battery would definitely be better. My main issue would be, again, frames and graphics. That's like what I would want to see on the Nintendo Switch. The Joy-Cons, that would be a big improvement for me. That would be like my main thing because of Joy-Con drift. Okay. There's a lot of Joy-Con drift problems out there with the Joy-Cons. They were supposed to fix it with the new gen Joy-Cons that came out. I don't know how that is right now, but currently I have a lot of Joy-Con drift with mine, and I don't know. We'll see.
Would you still keep the Joy-Con?
I would keep mine. I mean, to be honest with you, I always sell my consoles. Whenever a new console comes out, I get the newer one and I sell the older one. Because it is a first gen Nintendo Switch with the red and blue Joy-Con, I would keep it, and I'll just get the new one. I'll keep my Joy-Cons and do what it says. I'll just get the new Switch. So, but I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch Pro 2021. We'll see what happens.
Even if it's just an announcement and it doesn't come out this year,
yeah,
I'm still cool with that.
Yeah, exactly. At least we'll know that it's coming. At least we know that something good in support is coming out later on. But the big question to that is, when has Nintendo, and maybe you can correct me, when has Nintendo actually come out with a pro version of a console? Thinking about it, you know.
I think, would you call the Wii U a Wii, like a pro Wii?
No, I would call that a next gen console.
A next gen? Because
there were specific games for the Wii U that you couldn't play on the Wii. That is true. So it's a next gen console. So technically never, right?
You got me there, yeah.
Yeah, so technically never, because would Nintendo really go out of their way to actually come out with a Switch Pro?
I would like to say yes, because they haven't had the success of any other console be this drastic.
That is true.
Like, you have plenty of Game Boys. Mm-hmm. You have plenty of Wiis, which, again, the Wii was like massive for what it was.
And it still is, surprisingly.
Yeah, a lot of people still, if you go on OfferUp or Facebook Marketplace, you'll find it. Mm-hmm. But now we're looking at a console who's not only a home station where people like come home and they play it every single day, but they take it out and they still do the same thing, the same experience.
So it's not like your regular 3DS or DS or anything like that. It's a home console that is also a portable console. So it took over both and just put it into one.
And you could play like third-party games and all this other stuff that people probably don't even think about.
That are huge, that are big.
Or Hades. Hades is on that. It's not on any other console besides PC, of course.
Yeah, a game that was crazy for Game of the Year. So like that's one of the big things.
So if you're thinking about it in that aspect, I would say yes. I would be very hopeful to say yes, because I want that to be the case. I want them to be like, oh wow, this is as big as it is. Let's just sell the Switch and then the Switch Pro, and then sell it for $399.
Yeah,
call it a day.
I would definitely be all for it. I definitely want them to come out with something like that, because it'll give them bigger success than what they already have right now. Yeah, so it'll definitely be something good. But we'll see. 2021, it's gonna be the year. I'm hoping it's gonna be the year for that, and we're getting a lot of announcements and everything as the months go by. Nintendo always does their live shows on YouTube and everything all the time. So one day we don't know. One day we might wake up. Yeah, one day we might wake up and see the announcement. So who knows?
Valentine's Day. Here's a Switch Pro.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Love to everybody.
But we'll see what happens. I mean, that's pretty much it for us tonight.
Yes.
We did get a lot of good announcements. What I would say is, check out everything that we are going to be posting, because our Instagram has been really active lately. We have a lot of stuff going on. Check out our merchandise. We do have T-shirts. I'm wearing the pink one today, so it is really nice.
Beautiful.
And then the material is really good.
They feel really well, by the way.
So we have a lot of content and everything coming on, and we have a lot of surprises and everything that we still need to go through, and then we'll release as the time goes by. So
it's kind of like creative difference of each other's. We'll do it. Just want to find a way to make it our way.
Make it work, exactly.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. But until then, like always, check the description box below. We're always going to have videos, links, whatever it may be. Any questions, you guys want to talk about anything like that, definitely check the Instagram. Always post a comment if you feel like you want to talk about anything in particular. Me and him check them every day if anything ever pops up. But until then, take care, guys, and pass the joystick.
See you later, guys.